All right, what's up, everybody? I'm out here in Philly, in Germantown specifically, right where I'm from, and I'm doing my questions for this week. So I'm with We the Media, as you know, and this week's question is, what do you think about social anxiety? Um, and I'm here with, what's your name?
Bobby.
I'm here with Mr. Bobby. And how you doing today?
I'm blessed. I have no complaints at all.
Okay, you from here in Germantown?
No, from North Philadelphia.
Okay, and how old are you?
59.
All right. So this week's question is, what do you think about social anxiety? What comes to mind?
Ah, a whole lot. But it also plays a part in the suicide rate of the younger folks today. You know, the anxiety they go through with social media, wanting to be accepted by different people is saddening. That no one wants to be themselves and happy with who they are. So the anxiety that causes in our youth is staggering right now because suicide rate amongst our youth is at an all-time high. Why is that? Social media created a big boost in this suicide attempts and people with suicide anxiety due to suicide attempts and everything.
Yeah. Put it into it.
Anything else? I mean,
No, I mean, I did that as a kid. I tried to do that, so I definitely hear that. I'm curious, like, what are things that you think we can do to address that constructively, like as a community?
it's real hard because you can't monitor what the children watch because you're not around them 24/7.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not only that, we don't know what they're going through because they don't feel comfortable talking about certain things with anyone, let alone adults. They don't even like to talk about it amongst some peers. They have a set few people that they talk about, so that's hard to address. I can't really say myself, but the youth can talk about it, tell who they can talk to about it, and why they feel that way.
Do you feel like there's a kind of content you like to see more of?
Yeah, really, the old raps, the
Oh
old
yeah.
conscious rappers. That's when rap was rap. Now it's all about gangster rap, money bees, and all kind of other stuff.
Mhm.
Violence. They took away the consciousness, and
It's like survival music now.
The industry did this, and they're the same ones that own the prisons.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. But people still don't want to look at it for what it is. They want us where we are today.
How do you think the school system plays into that?
Yeah. The school system was never for us. I'm not racist, but it wasn't for us. They didn't even consider us a whole person. Matter of fact, they didn't consider us people. They considered us property. So our schools, we weren't even allowed to have books back then. And then when we got books, they were hand-me-down old books. So we already know the system not for us. We have to create our own if we can. But we won't come together as a culture or a race to help each other.
And you're African American, or you're like Caribbean or something like that?
I'm gonna say I'm of African descent.
Okay.
I am African American, but they don't consider us American. They
Yeah.
consider us like they do right now with the immigrants,
Yeah.
even though everyone here is an immigrant other than the Native Americans.
Yeah. But they alienate you from popular culture, right? You're like other. We're other. Yeah.
So I'm of African descent, but I was born in America.
Okay. Well, I'm curious. How do you think about like that for yourself? As like, do you know where your family's from? What country? Stuff like that.
I never did the research because I see people doing the how was this? They kidnap us from our country, then we pay them for them to tell us where we originally from.
No, I tell people, I paid.
Like that's accurate.
My grandma, exactly right. My grandma bought it for me in like high school. She said, "Yeah, I want to see." It said I'm like Cameroonian a lot. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then it's like, I have no way to test that.
Right. We going by
So
them now
I
to
paid $100 to be like, dang.
isn't that something? We still don't know if it's accurate. So
They just sold me something. It's like a gamer tag.
you darned if you do, you darned if
Oh
you
my
don't.
gosh, that's what I'm saying. Okay, and so I'm curious. Do you have any questions for the community yourself? Things you'd be interested in seeing me ask as I go around in the summer, talk to people in Philly and Germantown.
Why don't we get along?
Get along?
Yep. Young against young, young against old, old against old, old against young. Why can't we get along? What is it that differentiates each age group that we can't get along?
Mm,
If we could figure that out, then maybe we could stop some of the nonsense that's going on.
that's interesting. So you think we got to start with like intergenerational communication and recognition?
Yeah, because everybody has the same thing. Each culture, each age group. We told our parents, "You don't understand." That's what everybody. You don't understand. But we all was the same age at one time.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though times changed, we all had,
Time is always changing, so we're all different.
but we all had to go through different things. Even my ancestors with the slavery, it's a different form of slavery today. It's just still slavery, but
Mm-hmm.
the younger
It's a
people
different form of captivity,
kept
really.
right, right, and then you have the drug thing. Or you don't understand. We get high because of this. They got high in my area. They got high in my parents' area, my grandparents' area.
Yeah, yeah,
What do
yeah.
you mean we don't understand?
Mm. Yeah,
You
man.
know what I mean? Fighting in school and in the street. There was gang warring in my days. You couldn't even go across Germantown Avenue on Shelton Ave, without getting into a fight because now you're in another area.
Yeah.
Like schools, if you go to another school district, where you from? Oh, he came from such and such school.
Oh, yeah, somebody. Uh-huh.
And then there's a beef. You know what I'm saying? Over what school you went to, neighborhood you from. Why are we still living like that today? Other cultures and other races are not fighting over the stuff we're fighting over.
Yeah, and how do we even become like tribal in that like in that way with those things? Like, why do those become what we identify with? That's the question I was trying to get to.
It goes back a long time by the powers that be, the wealthy. When that what was it called? When there was protesting in Manhattan about the financial industry. I forget what
Occupy Wall Street.
exactly. when I read about that, when I read about that and saw that kicked off, I said, "Wow, now people gonna wake up because they showed that it's only 1% that's making all the wealth. 1%. That means 99% of people are under their control.
Yeah.
If they're controlling 99% of the population, why are we still allowing it? One, they keep everybody divided: race, age, religion, wealth, geographical area, culture. They keep us divided, religion. So we're always going at each other, going at something, and don't focus on them.
Mm. 'Cause we can't see them. We're too busy. We're too busy caught up. We can't even see our
They
parents,
always throw
grandparents.
something up at us so we don't focus. Trump, for one. Look at what Trump doing.
Hmm.
He always throws something at us to distract you from something over here.
Oh
What
yeah,
they
yeah.
call it,
Epstein
magic.
files, wars. They got who, Megan Thee Stallion.
You know what I mean? To take off of what Trump and his administration and all these wealthy people were doing. All them wealthy people. This didn't just start.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, they're
You
always
familiar
already
with
getting away with something.
you familiar with Hugh Hefner in the Playboy Mansion?
Yeah, for sure.
They had underage females there years ago.
Mm.
But Hugh Hefner didn't cross the people with the powers that be.
Yeah.
R. Kelly did, and so did P. Diddy.
Hmm.
You going at the people that really got control over everything you do.
Yeah.
He went at what they call Black Rock. What is it? Black something. But they're the ones selling military equipment around the world.
Yeah, man. Yeah, right, right.
Around the world. And you
While
going
the
to go
people
at them.
protest in the same country.
I got a good book for you to read.
Okay, hit me with it.
It's two. One is The Economic Hitman, and the other is The New Jim Crow. I think it's by Cheryl Stern, but her name is Cheryl because there's a bunch of books written on the New Jim Crow, but her name is Cheryl, I think Stern. Cheryl is definitely a name.
Okay, no, it's cool.
Read that book, bro.
Okay. Thank you.
And The Economic Hitman.
You heard that? He's talking to all of us. All right.
Two real good books to read, bro.
I'm here to learn it all. I've been doing stuff in crypto the last like couple years, like I was saying, and it's really interesting. You mentioned like the whole 1% conversation because, like for me, I was probably in like sixth grade. Like I didn't know I didn't know what they were talking about. People on Wall Street, So that didn't mean anything to me. But for you, you're saying people learned about the 1%. Like people became aware of a 1%.
But you see what happened with that movement. They shut it down so quickly. You never hear about that no more, but you hear about all other movements.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like crypto is kind of like that movement re-embodied. It's like people are trying to design new kinds of money because they know the old kinds of money already are controlled by people we don't even know who they are.
See, but with the crypto, I don't know nothing about the crypto,
It's
so
okay.
I
It's okay.
can't speak on it. I have family members involved in it, but I haven't really learned about it.
That's cool. That's cool. Most people don't know. Most people I
Right.
talk to don't know about it. I'm like a crazy nerdy guy who knows a lot about it.
But that's a whole new thing that who's in control of it?
Yeah. Well, exactly.
Can somebody just steal it and you have no knowledge of where it went?
No.
Because the government has a supercomputer.
Well, not necessarily. No. But that's true. I don't know about the supercomputer part. But
Mhm.
to go back to do we know who controls it? Right. Like I would say, like Bitcoin, we know that people can control the price, but they can't ever go in your wallet and actually take your Bitcoin. It's like it's
Now, why can't they? If people can hack into the Pentagon's computer,
Yeah, but it's because it's a system that's designed to be like unexploitable. Like that's kind of the premise. Like nobody owns it until there's no person to actually hack. Like they can't hack me as the owner of Bitcoin to get all the Bitcoin stuff. But the Pentagon is there's a lot of liabilities, a lot of people, and the way that it's designed is it's a computer software that runs across all the computers all at once.
so there's no way humanly. So there's no way humanly possible for somebody to steal my Bitcoin or
Right
hack
now, right now they could hack into your computer and then they could get it through your computer.
through your code or
But they
whatever.
couldn't get just like through your email. Like you did that something stupid like that. But like they wouldn't be able to necessarily go in and like find it on the internet somewhere. They would
Not
have to
even
go
the
through you.
dark web. There's no back door to it.
That's
By
like the
no way.
premise. Like people have the belief that this is the first currency that's never had a backdoor. That's what Bitcoin is. But because rich people could have still got it to you before you, they could buy it and sell it, and then it go up and down, and then you're like, But then they just keep buying more because they believe still, it's the one with the no backdoor.
See, I can't really speak on that. That's something I had to learn about. That I never wanted to go that route because I don't know anything about it right
Yeah,
now.
well, I'm trying to educate people. I'm trying to learn, but I'm trying to teach people too.
Because
So I'm a Trojan horse.
I got you. I got you. Because I have a family who's been doing it for years, and they making money from it.
That's cool.
And they be trying to tell me, but you know how used to old ways. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can let them explain it, right? You'll probably see the world, and the world's changing, right?
Yeah, and I got to take the time to do it. And I have a whole lot on my plate right now.
I
So
You use AI at all?
no,
I feel like AI has made learning about anything like 100 times, 80 times easier. Because
and
like Google, you have to go through and find the information. But now some of the AIs, like Google AI, it'll go through and give you a summary of what all the information resources would say and tell you where it got sourced from and stuff like that. So you can it's like Wikipedia, but if Wikipedia were made by like people smarter than the people, not to say smarter, right? But people who were always doing all the research to update it.
got you. And
I wouldn't say I don't disrespect the Wikipedia people,
it's crazy because
but they're out of business.
that's going to open a whole new door. Because look at the actors; they don't need the actors no more to make anymore to make a movie.
Yeah, but I think the bigger thing is like all the businesses that aren't using AI are going to be like way less productive.
But look at the ones that's using it. All the jobs are getting lost to it.
But I think that opens more room for more people to run businesses. I think like there's communities where everybody has a business, right? And people still survive. I think here we're just used to everybody working like you're saying in this captive system
Right,
where we can't actually imagine that no jobs isn't a bad thing, you know.
right.
But I think it's like how do we re-envision that structure? But I think
How do
the,
we
the
exploit it?
biggest thing is we need to not understand AI. We should know how to use it.
And
It's a disadvantage.
how do you feel about AI yourself? Where it's great to be in the school system. AI is great to teach.
Yeah.
It's great to teach our youth.
Yeah, but it's not gonna like we still have to connect with kids and talk to kids about stuff. Like I think if we like that's why this is important, right? Because the AI is like they can ask the AI anything, but the AI is not gonna know what you think you need to tell them. So it's still important for responsible adults to be around and communicating, right?
Correct, correct.
So that's what I think about it. But how you doing?
We'll see how that's going to work out.
So I think it's like
It's coming though. It's definitely
and
coming.
it's here. The AI has gotten like 100 times better in the last 2 years alone. I built like a whole website. I know it would have cost me thousands of dollars years ago to make a website, and I made it in like a couple hours in the week. And it's got pages. Oh, thank you. And yeah, so I think it's like you can ask it questions. You can ask it to do things for you. People are using it to automate emails, phone calls, all different kinds of stuff in their businesses. So it's like I think the bigger question is what business have you been waiting to start that you could use AI today to start and like make more progress in a month than you ever made. And then you do that, then you could be one of the most successful entrepreneurs in your community.
And it's crazy because all you're doing with AI is piggybacking off of something that's already in existence. You just make it better,
Yeah.
upgrade.
Yeah, but now we can iterate faster. You can even ask the AI what's wrong with this. It'll tell you like before
Isn't
you even
that
have to go talk to
something?
anybody.
Isn't that something? How can we upgrade this particular? Well, you can modify it by
Mm-hmm. And what do you want to optimize for? I want to optimize, like, my goal this month is then I have to do this and actually able to accomplish this. What things should I focus on? It'll help you with strategy, all that stuff. And it'll reference other businesses that are working. Like, what's your model business, right? And it can help you figure out what are the gaps between you and them, and what your systems are. So that's what I'm on. I've been reinventing the wheel a whole lot, so I don't like to ask for help. And I'm like, oh, give me a schematic of the wheel. And then I'm not starting in the same place anymore.
And it definitely could do that for you.
Yeah, for most things too. That's the crazy thing. For most things.
And the sad thing is, it's teaching our youth how to do things they shouldn't know. How to build guns, how to make weapons, how to create drugs, how to scam something.
I mean, it can help you do whatever you want more efficiently. So the question is, what are the new things you want people to do?
Yep.
Yeah, man. You have any message for people on the internet around the world?
Wake up. Wake up to everything around you. And always be aware of your surroundings.
All right. Appreciate it, man. See y'all next time.